I don't get it.
Podcast. Hey guys, it's Lauren.
And Naz.
And Ashley.
And Manny.
And Manny! And we're joined by Manny MUA. You guys asked for it, and we delivered. I'm so excited to have you for spooky season.
Oh my God, thank you so much
This is your
for having me.
season.
This is my season.
Yes.
This is absolutely my season.
So-
I thrive in this season.
So for those of you who don't know, Manny MUA is a massive, massive beauty, like YouTuber
hyping
in
me
the
up.
beauty community. Who you are, right?
you,
How
yes,
many
yeah.
subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I have almost 5 million.
That's amazing.
Sam.
5 million subscribers
Yeah.
on YouTube and 4 something million
Yeah, like
on
4.4
Instagram.
on Instagram.
That's amazing to get
amazing.
both platforms.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
no, yeah,
most
for sure.
YouTubers, I feel like it doesn't roll over as well to Instagram,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, totally. It's really, really hard to grow like separately.
So what's your trick been?
It's 'cause I feel like I started it so long ago that I think that that's really what's helped me. Like I started it like 5 years ago.
Like you're OG.
So I feel like
YouTube.
I started
Yeah.
like my Instagram and I had 50,000 followers on Instagram when I started my YouTube. So they were both like relatively like babies at the time.
okay.
Kind of grew
You grew
together,
together. They grew
rather
together,
than
yeah.
rather than like having one and then like creating a new platform.
What was the first video you watched on YouTube that made you want to be a YouTuber?
That's a great question.
Oh my God, I think it was the Michelle Phan Lady Gaga transformation.
Oh, I
Where
remember
she had, like the bad
that.
romance, where like the eyes were like so mad, like that, and
Yes.
she like CGI'd her eyes. I was so I've watched that literally like a million times.
And you were always into makeup.
I liked makeup like growing up, but I always was like, oh my God, like I can't like use makeup, like because I was like straight growing up, I couldn't use it, like it's not a boy thing to do. So I never really like played with it or never really used it. But I would like watch my mom transform in the morning, and I would like be like, oh my God, I love it so much, I want to do it. But I never really played with it until like I was like 21,
How old are you now?
28.
28?
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
really mastered
Your
it.
trajectory. It's fascinating. No,
Thank
it really
you, thank
is.
you.
I'm impressed.
Speaking of trajectory, how'd you start? Like, did you start with just like a little concealer and foundation,
Right.
and then you grew from there?
So I actually started like doing drag first. So I
Okay.
did drag a few times.
The
like,
opposite.
Like totally opposite. No, but I did it like for Halloween. So it was like, you know, I was like myself the whole year. And then I was like, okay, on Halloween, I'm going to do drag. I'm going to be so cute and pretty. And then I did it. And I loved it. You know, I loved getting to do makeup, and I wasn't really like, I didn't like to wear like hair or wigs or, you know, nails or heels. I didn't like any of the other stuff, but just the makeup. So that's kind of what stuck for me. And that's like how it all started. I was like, oh my God, this is like really, really fun. You know, I loved transforming.
And you kept the beard. That's like iconic to you.
Yes. I mean, not when I did drag. I shaved it.
Right.
But yeah, normally, I always keep the beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
That's,
tell
like,
us
my
about
thing.
the first video that went up and when you kind of realized, okay, this is going to be my life and my business?
It wasn't until I hit 100,000 followers on YouTube that I like left YouTube, because I was working at Mac at the time, and I was like, okay, I'm making enough on AdSense, like from Google, you know, getting paid to like live off of just that and not even have to work at Mac anymore. So that's what it wasn't really like a video that set me apart. It was like when I reached like a threshold, like a 100,000 followers
Such goals.
threshold.
Love it.
But was that always the goal, Manny, or did you?
No,
were you
absolutely
were just
not.
kind of having fun with it,
No,
right?
totally.
But
I
he
was
was
literally
also
just like
working at
chilling.
Mac.
Yeah.
So were you working at Mac and then thought, oh, YouTube? Or were you working at Mac to get you through the time until you reached that point on YouTube?
No, it's actually, so I was like in between, because I was going to school full time and to get my BS, so I got my health science degree, and I wanted to be a plastic surgeon, so that was like my real goal. And so I was between like my like bachelor's and like master's, like wanting to go between that stage, and so that's when I found makeup was like right in that like nook. And so I was like, okay, like this is really fun, and kind of like left the medical field a little bit and started pursuing it. And I worked at Sephora, I worked at Mac, and while I was pursuing school, you know, and then so
all over aesthetics.
it literally, like, I loved the whole idea of transforming or doing whatever you wanted to do with your face. And so I found it, and I was like, I'm just going to create a YouTube channel, like, for fun. I was trying to become permanent because I was a freelancer. So I wasn't, like, a permanent, like, Mac artist where I was like,
Right.
oh, my God, I got, like, my 40 hours a week. Like, no, I literally, like, was like, bitch, give me, like, hired. You know what I mean? So I didn't get hired permanent, and it was, like, someone else that did. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to, like, go into YouTube and like really
That's
try.
crazy that you didn't get hired permanently, and that's what you wanted. And so many people look at that as a setback, you know,
Yeah.
like. And now you're this
It like opened
massive,
my door.
Yeah.
Like it literally like you know the door shut, but it like opened another one. It opened
Did
a
you
window for
edit
me.
your videos like at the beginning, or do you
I
still
did.
edit them?
No, I mean I don't anymore.
Okay.
Like, I haven't edited. Like thank God, I would
Thank
literally not be able to do
goodness.
it.
Yeah.
But I used to edit my own videos. Like I did everything myself. Like I would literally like go in my room. I bought my little 2 like soft boxes from Amazon. I was like, girl, let's get that shit like ordered.
What's a soft
And
box?
It's like it's like lighting.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like a little box with like lights in it. Like
I gotta
what they
show
have
you
like
my
here,
glam
right?
room
Yeah.
when we're done.
yeah, absolutely. And so I would literally just be in like my room in front of my closet, just like recording like, hey guys, this is like my foundation routine for when I go to Sephora, or this is my how to get hired at Mac video, like things like that.
That's
I would-
genius. That probably got so many
It
hits.
did, and it
Yes.
totally got a lot of views, which was like great. And I had a lot of people that were reaching out to me like, "Yo, I got hired at Mac because like your video," and I was like, "Oh my God."
Wow.
Oh, I love your unique angles on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So it was like fun, like little like I was still working there, so that's how I like like my how to do like a smoky eye, but like make it pretty, like gold.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well,
Okay.
I want to ask about plastic
want-
surgery, just because it kind of ties into your
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So we already vocalized our I don't get it before getting on
got it,
air.
got it.
Or at least my big one for the week. So we'll go around in a circle now and do our I don't get it.
have one this week.
I don't have
Really?
one.
Life
Actually,
in
you're the
general.
I
great.
don't get it today.
I am the I don't get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so,
Manny has an I don't get it too.
Okay, so my I don't get it for the week is that Bella Hadid was announced as by the not plastic surgeon
thought it was
Lauren,
plastic.
but as from the Greek model of beauty, the Greek equation for beauty, being the most beautiful like known woman.
Yeah,
in
I
the
was like
world.
most beautiful one. We
Does
don't know
that mean
everyone.
the most symmetrical woman in the
It's
world?
like there's this weird equation
algorithm.
that the Greeks came up with to determine what beautiful is, and I'm sure symmetry has something to do with it. I just looking at Bella's face first, it looks way overdone to me, and like I'm all for doing things, but I'm not for doing something that like actually looks uncomfortable. Her face looks uncomfortable right now.
Well, I think
it's
she's
so pulled.
stunning, and I would say that she's a second most beautiful because Haley obviously goes number one.
Because Haley looks like you.
But also, I think she looks really good. But I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be mad because she's not naturally.
Well, that's
beautiful.
what I was
Right.
going to say.
Yes.
So my take is, first of all, Bella Hadid is stunning.
Stunning.
And Ashley, I don't think her face looks uncomfortable at all. I think she
Really?
If I
think
could
she
afford
made-
this, I would do it.
She
I'm
looks like she's
pulling
going
my
through a
eyes.
wind tunnel at all times. Like,
I know exactly. I don't know. I feel like
She
she's
actually-
lengthened her face so much. It's like I don't understand how her face is so long.
I'm
these
sure people
days.
agree with you. There's a model, and the name is escaping me, but that she looks exactly like
Yes.
a model from back in the day, which actually creeped me out when I saw it because it made me think maybe she takes this picture in and is trying.
Yeah.
If I show it to you, Ashley, it's crazy. I'll tell you guys in the Facebook group. But I agree with you, Lauren, or with the people that you were mentioning. I don't think it's fair to call someone the most beautiful if you like got all this work done. I think you can be like beautiful, but you're
See,
not naturally.
I'm
Manny, what's your take?
Yeah, what do you
wait,
think,
My
Manny?
my take is actually that you can be considered that if it's all fake.
I mean,
If
I
it-
think Kim is stunning. You know, Kim is like my everything, but I don't. She's not naturally.
Yeah,
the most beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer
So she was
Garner's the
number
most
one.
beautiful in the world,
right.
inside and out.
true.
in my eyes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that it's such a hard tell because I feel like in this exact moment, like she's the most beautiful, right? Like quote unquote most beautiful, like
Yeah.
right now. But like would she have gotten that like 5 years ago? Doubt it.
No.
that's
You know,
what I'm
doubt it.
saying. But she's
So
the
I feel
same
like-
person,
but she's
right,
the same
Ashley?
person.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like,
I don't really care that it's plastic surgery that's made her. I personally just don't find her. I find her to be beautiful, but I don't find her to be like this. I wouldn't choose her face.
Well,
I
see,
wouldn't choose her
that's
face.
not your aesthetic. Like you like more rounder
You like
heads.
Olivia
you would pick
Colbo.
like
Oh,
Selena
right.
Gomez. You'd pick Adriana Lima, any round-headed brunette, and I would pick any like pulled bitch. You know?
Totally.
Yeah.
I pick a pull bitch too.
Pull bitch, okay.
I'm like, just pull me fucking
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
please. Like,
So
I'm just
you know,
fuck-
Olivia's so naturally pulled. She's the most
Olivia
natural-
Colbo.
We don't know if she's naturally pulled.
Well, we can see pictures of her from back in the day. She is. That's. I don't think that's the point. I think like according to this Greek thing, it's all just the definition of beauty by this Greek thing is actual like numbers and equations.
Yeah.
Which sure, if you want to accomplish that by this, whatever, but. Actual beauty is determined by many other things in an equation, so it's already
It's all just
like
preference,
subjective.
too.
Yeah,
it's
of
such
course,
it's all
yeah.
preference. Like
Yeah.
it's literally just based
Yeah.
off of like what people like. Like if you like blue eyes, you're gonna think that they're prettier than people with brown. Like
Right,
that's
right.
just what it is.
So true.
that's just what it is.
Manny, what's your I don't get it?
Have you guys seen like how on Twitter like it's blown up like Kylie's like rise and shine?
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
sing, and
her
I just don't
song.
get why.
Wait,
It's
can you
like-
guys tell me about this? I have no
No,
idea.
it's
I just
literally
saw
like
the
blown
gram
up like
today.
literally like yesterday.
She has a song?
No, but it's like not a song. She
It's just a picture of her in the
it's a clip.
sun.
It's literally
Oh.
no, it's a so it's a clip, and she like goes into like her daughter's room and turns on. She's like rise and shine, and then it's turned into a full
Oh, so
blown.
someone actually made it into
Everyone
a song.
people like turned into like a dubstep song. It's turned into like a
Stop.
remix. Like it's a full.
I love when
moment.
the internet remixes commercials or like
like
news
trending
stories
on Twitter,
or
like
anything.
literally crazy. And I was just like wondering, I was like, what? Like about this, like made it so crazy.
Those people should win Grammys.
I
It's
saw
so
the
funny.
video of her, of Stormy, like dancing to it. I was like, no, that's Mommy. And I was like, I have no idea that Kylie was a singer. I had no idea,
that's-
but now I am learning.
That's
Yes.
from that. It's from that little clip that people were just like,
Rise
rise
to
to shine. And it's literally just that. And it's just that, rise
Rise
to
to
shine.
shine.
And it's like people are just fucking making it like so many different things. It's so
I
weird.
love it.
Wait, I'm gonna wake
Well,
up
it's
to that
because
tomorrow
we
morning.
so rarely hear Kylie speak. I feel like every word is like a
That's
treasure.
so
I
true.
know.
No, it's so
I
true.
know.
It's so true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so true.
So true.
How many
She
times
barely
over I
talks.
watched the video of Stormy calling her a bitch and her being like, "What?" it was Bridge. She was saying Bridge. You didn't even see it.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
didn't see it.
You guys
Mm.
got
I
to
know,
treasure
I'm the
every
wor-
moment with Kylie.
Sorry, that's funny.
So, guys, my lower back has been hurting a lot, and I went to someone
Story of
to
Lauren's life lately.
professionally stretch me out, and I found out it's because all my muscles are really tight. And I went home and I put on this CBD patch on my lower back. I'm not even joking. Within 5 minutes, I felt like a sensation in my lower back and it felt better.
Oh, that's
it
so
was
nice.
wild. I've never used a patch in my life. So if you guys are stressed or anxious or have muscle pain like I did that lasts all day, you can literally chill in the time that it takes to apply a Band-Aid because Nano CBD Plus provides patches that are so easy to use.
NanoCBDPlus.com has an array of products, including gummies, bath bombs, lotions, and patches. And the lotions and creams are perfect for targeted aches and pains. And I got some lotion, and Jack gave me a massage with the CBD lotion the other day.
Oh, my God.
Imagine that sensation.
I have only been using CBD lotion when I get massages. I bring my own.
Oh, that's
it's
so
amazing.
nice.
Yeah, and I use it for cramps. Nano CBD Plus is basically known for their patches. So they provide a longer, higher, and more consistent rate of absorption than other oral forms, which is up to 10 hours.
Oh,
All you have
that's
to
so
do,
good.
it's so nice. All you have to do is place the patch on your skin, and it uses your body heat to absorb the CBD into your system. Each patch contains 120 milligrams of CBD that is certified organic and pesticide-free.
For almost 10 years in development and research, the result is not only the best topical patch system with 5 different patent-pending technologies, but the world's first 120 milligram dry equivalent infused with
Cannabis.
cannabidiol.
Oh, cannabis oil.
Basically a cannabis transdermal patch. Nano CBD Plus's mission is to continue and develop the most advanced and most effective patch-based hemp products available.
CBD patches are a movement right now. And it's actually kind of hard to remember when they weren't so integrated in these like lifestyle products. So we are giving you guys a discount here. 30% off your first order. Just go to Nano. That's NANO. CBDplus.com and use the promo code GETIT. That's nanocbdplus.com. Use the promo code GETIT and start living a stress-free life today.
I'm glad we're talking about Kylie because curious to know what you think of her cosmetics company and how that's affected like
Oh my
your
gosh.
world and the beauty world.
I think it's like, I mean, honestly, like I just say like go Kylie for like what she's done. It's been, you know, it's crazy to see. Like I remember, like I was obviously like a YouTuber when she started it, and to see where it's gotten now, like this like $1 billion company is like literally insane to me. Like it's crazy. Like how I can't even imagine like being her age and like at that level of success, like so young. And like that much money, like I can't even imagine. I literally cannot even imagine. Like,
that's
what do you
crazy
even
because
do?
people probably say that about you.
No, right?
You don't think
Which
so?
is crazy. No, I mean, I don't. For me, like I don't think so. No, but
mean,
with
you-
Kylie, I'm like, bitch.
Lauren was
Hello.
telling me about this new palette you have coming out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
It
want
is
to talk
out.
about it and all your
I mean, sure,
witches?
sure.
In your witch obsession, I saw that you did Marnie's makeup, and that's
Yes.
absolutely amazing.
No, I was like,
that was
shook.
20 years ago. 20 years ago, Halloween
20?
Town came out.
I think 21 years ago.
Oh my gosh! Did you watch Halloween Town?
Have you ever watched Halloween Town?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like,
There were 3
come on.
part. What was the
There was
girl's
four-
name
there was
in
like
it?
four of them.
Marnie.
Marnie with the long hair.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, very, very
Yes.
pretty.
I was
always liked
obsessed
her.
with Halloween Town.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was obsessed. So I did
Calabar.
Marnie.
Calabar's Revenge.
Calabar's Revenge.
Return to fucking
Yes.
Halloween Town. No, I loved High School. Not high, I literally said High School
Halloween-
Musical.
yeah.
What the hell? No,
Same
I
channel,
loved
same
Halloween
channel.
Town. I loved Halloween Town, and so I glammed Marnie. You know, because like, so I'm a CEO of a brand. I have Lunar Beauty as my brand. And I came out with this palette that's like inspired by pop culture witches. So it's like literally it's a spell book with like names, and like Marnie is one of the names in it.
Yes.
So
That's so genius.
when we like were talking about it, I was like, dude, like I want to glam like Marnie. Like let's make this happen. And she was totally down, and it was and she's so sweet and she's so kind and she's just like such a down to earth person.
Yeah.
I love her.
She is so cute.
Yeah, she's
what is
great.
she
And she's
doing
so
now?
cute.
Still like relishing in Halloween Town?
No, she right. Literally. No, she like
Amazing
she acts
Residual?
like she acts like she still like
Yeah.
does like she still has like other roles and she was just in a Lifetime movie like that just premiered on Sunday.
Oh,
So
that's
she
so her
still does a
brand.
ton
I
of
like
things.
it.
So it's
Yeah.
like really cool to see that she's still like thriving.
And she's also marrying or dating.
She's
her
dating Calabar.
Calabar.
Who's
Which is
Calabar?
like crazy.
Not the-
Calabar's
not-
son.
Calabar's
Calabar's
son.
son.
Yeah.
Not the daddy.
Oh, I was like, what?
No,
That would be
Calabar's son. That would be
kinda
like scary.
Yeah.
She's like 13. He's like 40.
We're like starting to.
She was really, yeah, but
No,
the
no,
young
but
Calabar, which
Calabar.
is so cute.
It's so cute. It's
I hope
literally
when
so cute.
Disney Plus comes out, Halloween Town's on there.
Oh,
so we
it
can
has
start
to be.
watching.
It
It has
If
to
it's
be,
not,
right?
I will revolt.
It was on Netflix last year, and now it's not on there.
Oh my god! Wait, okay. So you named him. What are some other pop culture witches?
Like,
that
of
are-
course, I have like
Sanderson sisters.
the Sanderson sisters,
Oh,
of
cute.
course. I have
Genius.
like Hermione's in there.
So
you know,
good.
Sabrina, the Charmed
they're
ones.
awesome.
This is such a good idea.
Thank you. No,
It
I was
was
with Nancy from like The Craft. You know,
Yeah.
So cute.
Is this your
Yeah.
first palette ever?
no, this is like my fourth palette. I think
Fourth?
actually, yeah.
Wow.
It's my fourth palette. So like I've had my brand since last year in April.
And it's not only a palette; it's like lipstick and it's
Yeah,
like,
so I have like
it's a whole line.
lipsticks,
It's a whole line.
glosses, highlighters.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so if you had to just like do you wear makeup on a daily?
No,
Okay.
I
So
absolutely do
when
not.
do you normally do it?
I do it for like mostly for like events or for like any like beauty cons, like those kind of like events and stuff like that. I will wear makeup. It's because I like how I look without makeup too. So like, I
Yes.
don't like
Right.
to like
I love
you know
that.
always wear it because I don't feel like I need the makeup to feel like comfortable in my own skin.
So
Like, I
true
feel like I'm
life.
comfortable.
Yes, and if you're not going all out with your makeup, you'll probably just look better with your nice, clean skin.
Right, no,
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm wearing concealer and blush, so I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
You know, like that's just like my like casual like
Yeah.
go to.
You coming over today, I was like, should I do my makeup or should I just let my face breathe on a day that I don't need to wear makeup and I just let
Breathe.
it breathe?
Yeah, you kind
No,
of
I
let it breathe.
completely agree. I was like, I'm letting my skin breathe. So.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, oh my god, I need to do makeup. I'm like, wait, it's a podcast. Like, I don't literally need to be like on.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
not, like-
You don't
That's
need
the best
to
part about
impress us.
podcasts.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
I'm curious to know the decision to keep your beard. Can you just like walk me through when that all went down?
Yeah, no. So for me, like, I've always just liked having a beard, like, as just in myself. And also, like, I think for me with the beauty, I really wanted it to be like really obvious that I wasn't trying to be like a female doing makeup.
Yeah.
And I think that during the time when I started, there was so many boys. There was not like so many. There was a couple boys doing it, but they all shaved.
Yeah.
And it was so like androgynous and so like trying to look like a woman, which is, I mean, that's great, of course, like to all their own. But for me, like, I wanted to differentiate in a way. I was like, well, I don't want to shave my face. I don't want it to look like I'm trying to be a girl. I wanted to be like, I'm a boy who just enjoys wearing makeup at the same time.
Yeah, I love the
You
blend
know?
of the
Incredible.
masculinity and the
Yeah,
femininity.
like I like the
Yeah.
both, like the teetering on the
Totally.
masculine, feminine traits. When I'm wearing makeup, like this part of me like looks like just like a girl. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. But then like I see my whole face and I'm like, oh, it's a fucking man.
It's a
I
man.
love
That's a
that. I
sexual
love that
man.
you did that. That's amazing. And
Thank
it's probably
you. Yeah.
what made you stand out, right?
Absolutely.
Did you
I
feel
feel like
like
it did
that
too.
you started to get a lot of attention because of the beard?
I do. I think that because like people were so obviously being like, oh my god, that is a boy. Like it wasn't like where people were like, is that a boy or a girl? I don't know. Like I was so obviously a
Like,
boy
what do
that
I
just
call
enjoyed it.
her, he?
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. And like back, you know, like 5 years ago, it was so like, oh my god. And like I had so much more like hate back in the day, like compared to like, you know, it just wasn't as seen or like it wasn't as like, I don't know, it just wasn't as
People weren't doing it.
they just weren't doing it, you know. And I
It
feel like
wasn't
people weren't.
normalized.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's getting there a lot more than it obviously was back then. But I mean, so like of course it's like a battle every day. Like
Yeah.
you know, I get like when I'm wearing a full face of makeup, like I still get like the stares and all that stuff.
So,
Wow.
are you a professional makeup artist? Like,
I didn't go to school.
You didn't go to school. Okay.
I'm self-taught. Yeah,
Self-taught.
self-taught.
So, question: is that why you don't do other celebrities' makeup or
I-
like influencers?
I just don't do other people's makeup because I feel like if I get busy, then I'm like, oh, I have to cancel. Like, and I would feel
Totally.
guilty canceling.
Okay.
So I think that's why I don't take like clients on anymore. Because I'm like, well, if something pops up and I'm like, I need to go do this, and I have to cancel, then I would feel so bad, you know. And I'm just
So-
like, no, I'd rather just not do it.
At Mac, you don't have to be a professional.
They train you,
Yeah.
Like they will like do their own like little Mac training with you, but you don't
But
need
you
to
have
be,
to have, like, natural
You don't
skill,
need to have
basically.
a license.
Yeah.
No, and I worked at Sephora a year before I started at Mac, so I already
wow.
knew how to do like makeup, kind of, you know.
Okay.
So it wasn't like I started so fresh. I had no idea what I was doing.
Gotcha.
Fucking Sephora, man. I just hand them my paychecks.
Seriously.
So that leads me in to some of my questions. I want to do some of his fave picks.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite makeup brand other than your own?
Okay, well, Oh my
Yes.
God. Other than my own,
Wait, can we tell people where to get yours? Just because we talked about it.
yeah, of course. I'm actually at Sephora now.
Oh,
so my brand is.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, so you can do Sephora, lunarbeauty.com, of course, and Morphe stores as well. I'm in Morphe stores, so we have like
love
a cool.
Morphe.
They're the best. Like
Yeah.
they're the best.
I've never been to a Morphe store.
Morphe, the pigments of the colors of their eyeshadow, and I don't wear eyeshadow.
And they're like cheap. Like it's not expensive.
yeah, no,
Like it's great. Like it's
Yeah.
such a good, and their brushes are great. So for me, like people always ask this question, like, "What's your favorite brand?" And I actually don't like have an answer for it
What's
because
your favorite
every
brand for
like
certain things, then?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it kind of depends like per product. So it's like
Foundation.
my favorite foundation.
Let's start with foundation.
Is like the Hourglass Vanish Stick. Is
Hourglass.
so
Okay,
good.
I was writing it down.
It's so good because it's like you
Why?
can, it could be full coverage. It could be like sheer. It like feels like literally like you're not wearing anything. It's called Vanish Stick because it's like so lightweight, but it's full coverage. So it's just.
Is it better than
Chef's
Armani
kiss.
Luminous Silk? That's what
It just gives you more. It's a different.
It's more
it's
coverage.
It's more coverage. Yeah.
Okay.
It's different.
Hey guys, so we're going to tell you about this new sponsor that we are totally obsessed with called Ancient Nutrition's Multi-Collagen Protein. But before we do, I wanted to let you know that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But it is intended to make you look amazing and feel amazing.
Ancient Nutrition's multi-collagen protein supports healthy skin, joint health, and a healthy gut and healthy nails. So basically, if you want to be all over healthy, drink this collagen.
Yeah, and nails are very important. I mean, let's be real.
I mean, yeah. I'm sure it helps with like your hair too. If it's helping your nails, it's going to help with your hair, and everyone
And it
wants.
helps with your joints, guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the inside of our bodies sometimes, right?
That's true. Very
But
good. Ashley.
Also, bones are in your cheekbones too, and
We like those important
stand
too.
built up.
So instead of 1 to 2 collagen types, Ancient Nutrition's multi-collagen protein features 5 different types. And just so you guys know, it's a flavorless powder that you can take in a glass of water or your coffee. So what I do is every morning, I have, first of all, I can come in like a big tube, but they also have a bunch of packets, which I love because I put one in my purse and I go to work and I throw it in my coffee and I have my collagen for the
And
day.
you don't even taste it. Like it doesn't taste bad. Or
Exactly.
anything.
It actually
Yeah, it's
enhances
weird.
water because you guys know I hate downing water. I actually love how it tastes in water.
So
You do?
get.
Yeah, it gives it a little taste. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I wouldn't lie.
She's not lying.
Okay.
Get $10 off right now at ancientnutrition.com and use the promo code GETIT. That's a special offer for our listeners only and a simple way to support our show. So get $10 off ancientnutrition.com and use the promo code GETIT. Ancientnutrition.com, promo code GETIT.
Awesome, Lauren. Support us.
Woo!
So my biggest issue with foundation is that I feel like over like an hour span, it makes you look more pory. Like it just brings
Totally.
out all your pores. So do you use primer? Because primer's
do.
always broken me out.
I do use primer. So the one I've noticed that has never broken me out primer wise is the Tatcha Silk Canvas.
Okay.
So Tatcha, because
Tatcha is such a good line.
it's so good, and the reason like why I like it so much is because it's like non-comedogenic. It doesn't clog your pores, like, but it's still like it like fills your pores though. So it
Okay.
gives you like that like nice like even
Finish,
canvas,
yeah.
but it's not drying like other like porous primers would be. Like you know like if they feel dry and you're like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm like dying. Like a primer can feel like that when you're trying to fill in your pores, but this one doesn't.
I feel like I'm dying.
You're like, I need water. SpongeBob needing water. Like,
Wait,
yeah, exactly.
5 months later.
Yeah, exactly.
speaking of desert, one of my questions was if you could have 2 beauty products on the desert, what would it be?
Oh,
It would be
That's
a
it.
moisturizer with SPF,
wow.
Duh.
Wow, he's so good.
Hashtag
and
wow.
it would be a lip mask.
A lip mask.
Wait, do you use lingerie, the pink one from
Laneige?
Sephora?
I was like, I don't know what the hell.
Wow.
No, I
sorry.
literally have it in my car. Like,
I don't
literally have
speak
it in my car.
makeup, Manny. I fucking go through Sephora and I'm like, I'm
The glowy
saying
lip balms.
every name like
Yeah.
it's French just to sound like I
She's
know what the fuck
never
I'm talking
done her
about.
own makeup like once in her life.
Ever. I don't
You
know how
don't
to do
make up on
makeup.
it
I don't know how.
She
Yeah,
said
I
she
got it
does.
done
No
this morning.
flashing
Oh,
shit.
no way.
Because I had to go to work, not
Okay,
for
got it.
fun. I
Yeah.
would never, yeah. But I don't know how to do eyeliner, nothing. But I do put on my Laneige every night.
Oh, it's so good. The
Yeah.
glowy lip balm. It's so good. I love
Yeah.
those. But I would do a lip mask and like a
Very practical.
Lip
yeah,
mask?
like
Yeah,
practical
we don't
stuff
need
for
a
me.
contour in the
No,
desert.
Absolutely
No.
not,
Okay.
girl. I'm
Lip-
trying to get saved.
Yeah.
And not look like a freaking leather face by the time I'm saved.
Or crocodile
actually,
skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very smart of him.
Yeah.
With the SPF on a
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
and with the lip balm on a thing.
'Cause
But
it'll
what's
be
your
dry.
regular favorite lip balm? Like the most hydrating?
I would say like the Laneige glowy lip
Yeah?
balms are
Yeah,
super
it's
great.
amazing.
I use this one by Jouer. It's a lip treatment mask that I use every night. Like I just go to bed with it and I wake up and my
In the
lips are,
white
like,
tube?
And so like that's the like regular one that's like the daytime one, but like there's like one that's like in a little jar. It's like a like literal nighttime lip mask that you like put on at night and you like wake up. And it's,
I'm
like,
so glad
great.
you brought this up because my lips are always chapped. I'm just one of those people in life that don't drink enough water.
Oh, so
and
do you drink enough water? Yeah.
And it's important that your lips don't look chapped because that's icky.
I don't
and
think
gross.
so
so
lips
icky. And then
ever
you'll get the
looked
lines
at.
I always
when you're
have
old.
the lines whenever I put lipstick on. So
Totally.
I'm so happy you bring that up because I feel like lip treatment is very much under the radar and people don't think that they need anything
Just
for
put
it.
It's coming back.
Vaseline
It's
all
coming
over
back.
your
No,
lips.
no,
It's coming
Vaseline
back.
dries me out. But when you
What?
put this mask on in the morning, you
Oh my
wake
God,
up
it's
looking like,
supple.
oh my
Okay.
God, like Angelina Jolie.
No, it's literally gorgeous. Like, I literally
Actually-
have so many lip masks next to my bed. Like it's
love
kind of
it.
sad.
Ash and I have been struggling with necklines now.
Oh my God,
Well,
me too.
I feel like I've gotten over mine.
Well, she
Lauren.
can afford to fill them. I can't. So
No,
what
I
do
How do
have
you feel with what?
I have filled them,
With
Lauren.
filler.
I just got
How do
over them.
You feel lines? How do you
No,
feel these
yeah.
lines?
So I got these lines filled, but I truly don't think that it did anything.
Okay.
And then I thought, I guess I'll just give up. You know how sometimes
I guess I'll
there's
just give
like
up, I'll die.
you do what's recommended and it doesn't work, and you're just like, yeah, I guess it's just I
is
guess
what
we
it
just
is.
live with it. They don't bother me since I've given up on
I'm
it.
so mad they didn't
it's-
bother me, and now
Excuse
because
me,
you
it's
guys
because
talk
you're married,
about it.
and that's why.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, yeah,
Because
when
it
you're
affects your
married, so many
face.
things don't matter anymore.
So true. Like,
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh,
you're
I wanna
like,
be married.
this person's next to me. I
I
want
just
to
have
be
a
married.
boyfriend. God damn.
Yeah, well, that's what we talk about all the time.
Doesn't
That's why it's called the
count.
I Don't Get It
Yeah.
podcast because I've never had a
I
boyfriend.
don't get a man, so that's not me. No,
Well,
necklines
okay,
are the
so he
worst.
doesn't get the necklines either.
No, I do
right.
get them.
You just he
You don't.
understands
They're, like, right
them.
there.
Manny, you have
yeah.
none.
they're
Everybody,
there, I
you have
swear.
nothing.
You're like
No.
trying to
I mean,
make
you're probably
one.
on your phone more than any of us.
That's the
so,
thing. That's like why, because
yeah.
I'm like literally tilting down
So-
or like watching TV like this.
Am I allowed to ask?
Exactly.
Am I allowed to
On your
ask you
laptop.
this? Have you gotten any work done?
I've totally gotten work done.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Do you
tell
talk
us your
about that
favorite-
Yes,
openly?
I have,
Tell us your
totally.
favorite procedures.
Yeah, I've totally gotten work done. I've gotten like my hairline done.
How do you do that, and what do they do? Because that's what Kim
So-
did, right?
Kim?
Isn't Kim
Yeah.
what
Did
Kim
that?
Kardashian
No, Kim
her-
got laser so that she had a straight hairline
Right.
Got it,
from
got it.
her
No, so I
widow's
literally had
peak.
like hair from the back of my head like put
Oh,
into the front of my head.
really?
Yes, like they cut it straight from ear to ear. They like sew me and then like they take all the follicles and like put them.
Did you do a video on this?
No, I didn't. Mm.
Oh my god.
Jeffree
you
Star
did,
did,
like-
right?
He did. He did it as well. Yes, absolutely.
It was
You did, like, guy
disturbing as
plugs.
hell.
Yeah, it's basically
Guy
like
plugs,
guy
okay.
plugs. Absolutely. And so I got my teeth. I have veneers.
Let me see. Smile.
Let me see.
They're very
top, at the
natural.
top.
They're
Freaking
so
And the
nice.
tape
Yeah.
of them, at the top. You know, Botox filler, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing under the knife,
I don't know, is that like
anesthesia. Have you ever had to
I'm
go
like
to
thinking,
sleep
I'm
for
like,
anything?
You know, I've gotten like lipo and stuff, like
yeah.
on my like chest. And,
Okay.
But like you don't get put under for
You
that.
don't?
No, like it's like awake. It's like
What?
awake lipo, like quote unquote, like awake lipo.
You just like have a sheet in front of your face?
No, so they basically like they like give you laughing gas and they give you like a Xanax and they're just like calm, and then they like basically like okay they're gonna numb you and they numb you and then they just like go in, but it's not as invasive
Do you
as
feel
course,
like your body
insane
moving
ones.
and being
totally
prodded?
like you feel all of it, so it's like a little creepy, but because you're so like freaking gone,
You
that
can't
you're
have a
just, like-
complete panic attack that you're being.
No, I did not. I did
Yeah.
not have a panic like
Guys,
at all.
I don't know why, but this is the term awake lipo makes me.
'Cause it's, 'cause it's crazy.
I know, but you're like, yes, you can do it awake now.
Yeah.
People
I
get their butt like fat transferred and stuff
Wow.
awake.
Right.
So, but it's a little less disturbing because like
wild.
you're on your
Stomach,
belly.
yeah.
Totally no, but like when it's like right there, it's like what
Whoa.
is happening? But I literally just like I
insane.
literally like, I fell asleep doing it
Okay.
Wow.
because like you're so freaking.
It's like my wisdom
gone.
teeth.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
pop
gone.
a CBD gummy before I do that.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna do shit.
But that's good to know you can do that awake.
You can do like under your chin, like if you ever wanted like you know that little like
Oh, well, that's the next thing I'm Googling when this is over.
What is
everything.
your favorite non-cakey concealer?
non.
That's not gonna give us the line.
Oh
Yeah.
god, honestly, like every concealer will give you lines.
Okay.
Like,
It's the
no,
way
not
you,
to be
it's the
an
way
ass.
you buffer it, right? And
It's,
like
so
blend.
like you have to of course like use an eye cream first. Like that's important to like just use any. Honestly, at this point, it's like use any eye cream.
Yeah.
What's
and
your
it'll help
favorite
fill
eye cream
in.
though?
I use a Tatcha one, the one that's like it's like a little tiny like white rose one, and then I use this one by Origins. It's like a ginseng eye cream, and it like plumps up your under eye, so you have less eye wrinkles actually. 'Cause
Write
it
that
gives you,
down,
it gives you like a
Ashley,
plumping.
For all you
real.
listeners, we'll try and get a list of all
Yeah.
these products.
It gives you like a plumping under eye effect, and it's also good for like depuffing.
Okay.
So like I use that in the morning, like I'll use it every morning, and I've noticed that it helps with my under eye. Honestly, like you have to drink a lot of water. Like there's so many things when it comes to like under eye wrinkles that like you can't really prevent. I've gotten Botox like right here before.
Not
And it, like,
under eye
helps.
filler.
I've gone under eye before.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
totally gone under eye before
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
That works
And like
right away.
it works for See, but I noticed that my eyes would get like darker when I did it. Like after I did it, my like under eyes, like the bags, like got darker.
No way.
And I was like, you gotta be kidding. I swear.
Wait, but Ashley took me and they put a little under my eye one time, and I have dark circles, and it actually took the color away. I don't have it currently. It was a year and a half ago, I think.
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
February.
Yeah, it only lasts like 9
February.
months, I think.
And
Yeah.
is it dark still?
No, it took the color
took
away.
away. I love that.
Now I
I'm
have
jealous.
dark, but I use Kevin Aquan Skin Enhancer. That's my fucking
Oh
favorite
my god,
thing
the concealer
in the entire
It's amazing.
world.
It's like
Yeah.
the most full coverage intense.
It's the
ass
most
concealer
full
in the
coverage
world.
intense. If they ever discontinue that, I would kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I really would.
No, that would be devastating, but it's good. It's nice.
Okay.
It's a little heavy.
What is
Yeah.
A
your
little.
So back in our day,
Back in my day.
Dad used to come home from the hospital every day from work, and he'd be wearing the yuckiest greens. We called them greens, not scrubs, but I know a lot of people out there call them scrubs. So, you know, they can be pretty bland.
They can be bland. They can
They
be
can
very
make you
unflattering.
feel very yucky about yourself. I remember on Take Your Daughter to Work Day, I'd wear them, and even as an 8th grader, I was like, "There's
This gives me
something
no
wrong
shape.
with this." I was like, "My pits are really sticky right now. My butt is so flat. My dad's butt looks so flat in his greens." But I don't know if this is going to be able to help you there. But we have an amazing company that we've partnered up with, Figs, and they have. They're making scrubs stylish, guys. And they're functional for people who deserve it most, which are the people that are working in the healthcare industry. For years, nurses, doctors, dentists, and other awesome medical professionals are forced to wear scratchy, ill-fitting
Felt like paper.
scrubs.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are so
Not
funny, like
only
paper.
were they ugly, which they were.
Figs are-
They were also uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But those ugly, uncomfortable things, they weren't designed with innovative technical properties that protect and hold life-saving tools.
What I love about Figs is that not only do they sell scrubs, they sell a lot of other stuff too, guys. I've been using their stuff to work out in, and it is amazing. But what I truly love about them is that they give back, and you can too. So every time you shop at Figs, they actually give scrubs to healthcare providers that are in need around the world through their Threads for Threads initiative. Isn't that so nice?
That's very nice.
To date, Figs has donated hundreds of thousands of sets in over 35 countries. So, guys, whether you are one of the awesome humans that work in healthcare or someone that just wants to say thanks to these deserving folks, Figs is going to make that easy by providing you with 15% off your first purchase by using our code GETIT, GETIT.
Oh, I just also want to say that there's gift cards available, which I think are dang for people who work in the healthcare industry.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
And the holidays are coming up,
Yeah.
guys. So get ready to love your scrubs. Head to wearfigs.com, WEARFIGS.com, and enter our code GETIT at checkout.
And just in case you guys didn't catch on, it's really high quality medical apparel for you to look your best, feel your best, and perform your best every day. So you don't have to walk around wherever you work feeling very unsexy, okay? These may not be sexy, but they're going to make you feel a frick ton better.
A frick ton better.
What do you think the most overrated beauty trend is today?
Overrated beauty trend. Oh my gosh. What are even like beauty trends right now? Like to be like low
I feel
to
like
be
people
honest,
are
like
doing.
people are-
I feel like kids are doing Euphoria makeup now.
Yeah.
you know, I do. The thing is, like with that, like I feel like that is actually overrated because people were doing that so long ago, like before, like people were doing like the rhinestones
can you
and all that
explain
stuff.
what Euphoria?
So
I
basically,
see the
like,
challenge all the
doing-
time, but
using like rhinestones and using like
Okay.
you know like bold colors and just like being more unique with your makeup, not just like being a casual like everyday look. It's like
Okay.
adding rhinestones to everything or like adding like bold stripes and like crazy liner and crazy lashes. Like it's like it's something like the show Euphoria, you know, and it's an amazing show. I love that show so much. But their makeup was so intense, like neon and crazy. And so people have been doing makeup inspired by
Okay.
that show, but it's been going on for so long that it's like, oh, to me, like it wasn't like
it wasn't
a
shocking or
thing.
anything.
It wasn't
Yeah.
shocking. It was just like, oh, it's just like a trend now that people like see it because it's Euphoria inspired.
Gotcha.
But everyone's like been doing that for like a long
Is
time.
baking and contouring like out now? Like remember
I
like
bake
the super
every time I do
intense,
makeup.
but like the super intense contouring. Remember that was so in
Yes, that
like
was so
3-4
in.
years ago. Is that? I
I
feel
don't think
like
that
people
anything
are
really
trying to
goes
look more
away, though.
natural now.
I think you just keep
right?
adding.
I think they
on
just
it.
add because I feel
Yeah.
like I still see like harsh contour,
Yeah.
like at beauty events at least. Like I still all the beauty people still do that stuff.
What
Like,
about
in the world.
eyebrows? What's in right now when it comes to eyebrows?
Fluffy. Like I think it's like the fluffy, not filled in brows. Like that soapy, bushy brow.
Is it ever going to go away, though, the big brow?
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope it does.
I don't like the thin brow look.
Oh, I hope the thin
I
brows
think it's
come back
right
so I
around
can
the
be in.
corner.
I have the worst eyebrows. I need it to come back and better.
No, because the thing is, like, when you have fluffier brows, you look younger. So the thinner your brows look, the older you look. So like,
Right.
I would please, like, no, absolutely not. Like, I would rather just fill in to be thicker.
But everything is 90s now. Like, don't you think it's going to be like a pencil Gwen Stefani's?
I don't.
Drew Barrymore.
I don't think anyone wants to look older.
I do.
To be quite honest.
Well,
Yeah.
I just do.
Gwen
so
Stefani
I
now
just want-
looks
I just
so
want
much
it to be
younger than she
in.
did in the 90s
Yeah,
because her brows are
exactly.
fluffy.
That's
Yeah.
so
Gwen Stefani,
true.
that's my I don't get
Oh,
it.
she is
Yeah,
I don't get it.
gorgeous.
How has she not aged a day
I don't
ever?
know.
Never
Just
saw
like
the
J-Lo.
sun.
How
She
is
never
J-Lo
saw the
not?
sun.
I don't get the fact that Gwen Stefani doesn't get as much credit as J-Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
They're the same
Is it because
age.
she's not as prominent, like in headlines?
She's not an actor,
you know?
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She
she's
doesn't
not,
like
like,
show
act
her
as much.
body off that much. She's
Totally.
always like totally covered. So we're looking at J-Lo's body and saying,
Maybe.
how was that 50?
And
You know?
Exactly.
J-Lo's got
Totally.
that ass too.
Hello,
so.
Hustlers.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Hustlers was so
It
good.
was
Did you
so
see
good.
it?
Yeah,
It's such a
amazing.
good
I'm gonna
movie.
see it this
See
year.
It
I'm
was
gonna
so
see it
this week,
sickening.
yeah.
I've seen it
Everyone I've
twice.
ever met has said, go see Hustlers.
I watched.
Yeah.
I
So
told you
good.
it was her best role that I've seen her in.
No, her like
aside
that
from
and
Selena.
enough,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Selena, of course.
Enough.
Enough was so
Yeah,
freaking
so
good.
good.
But of course, Selena, she was amazing.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like it was Hustlers was so good.
Okay.
That scene in the beginning,
So
you guys have to watch it.
I'm gonna.
Spoiler.
I was
You
planning
have to watch
this
it.
week.
It's so good.
All right. I need to know what your not overrated beauty trend is, since we already said that. But what is your most underrated? The one that everyone needs to try. Like not everyone needs to do it, but everyone needs to give it a whirl once.
I would say, I think everyone should try doing like faux freckles just once.
Okay.
I love
Like I think it's such a
them.
cute. It's
So
such a cute.
anti.
I know,
Oh, I
right? But I feel
love
like
that.
I feel like
So
it was a
anti.
big trend, like maybe like 2 years ago. I feel
Manny,
like it was a
they
huge
make
trend.
no sense.
But
I
they're
want
cute,
freckles.
but
They're
freaking
so
adorable.
cute on
They're
me.
I
really
want
cute,
freckles
but when
too.
you're staring at someone who has fake freckles,
It's
all you're looking at
dumb.
is the fake
Yeah, it's like, what are you, a
You have to
Raggedy
make it
Ann
look
doll?
good.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I think
it
it
look
makes-
like,
Here's the
like,
thing. I think it's very
good.
hard to make it look good.
I mean,
So
I
I
totally get
think
that, yeah.
we see a lot of bad fake freckles. I
Correct.
can't believe that sentence just came out of my mouth.
Maybe that's
It's
what it is. I feel like
2019.
maybe it is because it's like you see bad ones that it's not as good.
Yeah.
I've seen people do like such good ones when it comes to like they'll use like self tanner and like they'll like do like little tiny like dots.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
And then
good.
it goes away. So
smart.
it's like, oh, I just have like tiny little like faux freckles.
That's a good hack.
I've spent my whole life trying to hide mine. It's hilarious.
And that's like the
where's
grass
your
is always greener on the
freckles?
side.
She
if
has
I took
little
my
ones.
makeup off and you looked up close, I always hide them.
I think I look
I think
prettier
they're-
with fake
me
freckles.
too.
And
I think I
hate,
look so much cuter with
me
them.
too.
It makes
and
your
I,
nose look cute.
I
too.
hate that people like shit on them, and I hate that when I do have them, I feel like my friends are like, "What the fuck did she do?"
Totally. No, okay, do you know what? I think,
I think
that
you
everyone
look
should
like
try.
you're 12 or an adult.
What everyone needs
I
to
feel
freaking
prettier.
try. It's like literally the best trick in the whole world. When you have a pimple, you obviously put concealer on it and then get like a little like pen and like put a little pin over it. It like make it look like a mole.
Yeah.
Instead of looking like a freaking raised pimple. It
See,
just
the
like, looks
thing
so much
about
less
that
detectable.
is
Into a mole.
she fucking hates moles.
Yeah, I don't like moles. but little
the-
ones, if
like
it
a
was like a
tiny, like a
little
little- like a
whitehead,
little
that's
dot.
different. I don't like big black moles. The hair comes out of
Get a
more,
real
and
big
those
zit
like
there. Color it.
they're a little icky to me. That's
Right. No.
It's okay
This is
if
like
you
a tiny,
have
like,
one.
it's like a freckle.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I would. What I'll do is like I'll use concealer. and I'll use like a.
That's a beauty mark.
taupe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a beauty mark. Is what I meant to say. I'll use like a taupe brow pencil and like I'll put it over it, and it looks
Yeah.
like a little freckle.
But then,
Okay.
are you concerned that your friends are looking at you, being like, "Oh my god"?
I'd rather them look at my faux freckle
Yeah.
than my fucking zit.
But like me too. But I've done that
Totally.
before, and like this one will look at me and
No,
she'll
that's
be
fine.
like,
Honestly, for me, like, I enjoyed the distraction. I'm like, girl, look at my fake freckles then. Don't look at my zit over here.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
look at my wonky lash.
The
Yeah.
words
Like, I would
I've
rather-
learned from Manny today: faux freckle and awake lipo.
"Wake lipo."
What a gorgeous time.
I have one.
But I always say, like, try it. It's cute. I like it. It's a fun trend.
I have one more thing that I want to ask you. What is the beauty trend that you are dying to try yourself that you haven't?
Very good reader, Ashley.
Yes.
Hmm.
Hey, it's suspense.
I feel like I want to try it, but I don't want to at the same time. Like, I want to try doing, like, the Beetlejuice makeup. Like, everyone's, like, really into, like, doing Beetlejuice, like, makeup right now.
Hey,
but
Mr.
because everyone's
Beetlejuice.
doing it, it makes you not want to do it.
Absolutely,
You know what I
don't
mean?
do
Like,
it
it's like,
then.
kind of
Fuck
like,
it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But, like, I wonder if I could do a cute Beetlejuice, like
Like
look,
better
but
than
I'm not
everyone
gonna
else.
do it.
It has
Yes.
to be better than everyone else.
Can you
No, literally.
confirm right now that you will do Beetlejuice?
I
You
will
have
absolutely
to.
not be doing Beetlejuice.
Do it.
No, I don't.
Do you have
I
a
don't
Halloween
do it.
Beetlejuice is so
costume already?
Not yet, no.
iconic.
I
Beetlejuice
don't.
is
He's
iconic.
everything. I love it. But I just downloaded TikTok like literally like a week ago. I just got it for the first time, and it's like they're everywhere. Beetlejuice is everywhere.
Really?
So I'm like, oh, I want to try that, but no, I don't want to try it.
Yeah.
Because
I guess-
you know what I mean.
So what are you going to be for Halloween? Can you tell?
I don't
can
know.
you
I
give
don't
us that
know.
You have
I
to do
literally
like the
don't
craft
freaking
or something that has
know.
to do with your
The
power.
craft.
I was
or
thinking like
something.
doing like a witch one of
Yeah.
the times, like doing a
Yeah.
witch, like a drag witch.
What are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking of like, okay, so I'm thinking like, have you guys ever heard of Sailor Moon, or do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's a-
Yes,
Okay.
Sailor Mercury right
Okay,
here.
I was Sailor Mercury.
I was Sailor Mercury.
When I did drag for the first time, I was Sailor
No,
Mercury.
I was Sailor Mars. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I was the red
But I
one.
was Sailor Mercury. Like that's literally what I did for the first time in
Was
drag.
Mercury the red one?
No, she's the blue one.
Okay,
but
I
red
was
is
the red
Mars
one.
for
Yeah.
sure. I wanted to be tuxedo mask, like the boy, like the tuxedo mask, like with the cape.
The only
the
thing I
hat.
know is Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
That's all.
So
I
like
know.
like her
You
like
would've
love
loved that
interest.
show.
Her love interest. I want to be her
Yes,
love
he was
interest.
hot. Did you ever
He was
watch
hot
the
as
why?
show?
He was
It's
hot.
anime, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a random thing for you to watch, Ness.
No, but
It was
it was
fire.
like huge.
I remember
here.
it.
On
Yeah.
Cartoon
One.
Network,
It was a
was
big
like
one.
Huge.
What
Yeah.
channel? Was that
Cartoon
on?
Network.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Cartoon
Yeah,
Network.
look it up because you
Right?
would know.
I
No, I know what she
don't even
looks
remember
like.
what
I just
I
didn't-
watched it on.
I
I probably watched it on
remembered
local TV because my parents, never paid for shit. So it was probably on like local channels.
Okay, Sailor Moon. What channel?
Oh, it was so good.
So you guys know how I've started working at one place full time now?
Yeah, so you had to like look like a professional woman.
Yes, it is my biggest grievance because you guys know I love fashion, and I feel like because I have to look professional, I've just been kind of rotating the same 3 or 4 staples when it comes to my outfit, and I'm so bored by it.
You did wear that outfit yesterday.
Thanks for calling me out, Lauren.
But you can freshen up every outfit with a different pair of shoes. Like it's a new outfit basically if you wear different shoes
I
with an
agree.
all black outfit.
That's
and
true.
my favorite place to do that is Shoe Dazzle. That's not like a influencer bloggy way of I don't mean it like that, guys. I mean truly my entire closet is Shoe Dazzle because it's the place that Lauren's been going for so many years to buy my shoes because she does the shoe shopping for me. Shoe Dazzle changes its website so frequently that it keeps it updated with monthly collections, product releases, so that there's always something new on the website. It's always on trend.
Yes, and I love that they have so many different styles, and the reason why we go to them is because they're so affordable. And you guys can actually get your first Shoe Dazzle style for as low as $10 if you're a VIP. That's 75% off your first item, like ever.
Yeah, and what you do on Shoe Dazzle, which makes the site really personal to use, you take a 60-second style quiz, and they're going to create this showroom online that is curated to your unique style. So you don't have to be like scrolling. They're really just going to figure it out, do all the homework for you. And you should also plug in your email when you're done with this quiz because then they're going to email you discounts and like new collections, monthly announcements, all that good stuff so you can be ahead of the game when going back to Shoe Dazzle to buy.
Exactly. So if you guys are ready to upgrade your seasonal wardrobe with affordable, trending shoes and staple pieces, then you have to check out Shoe Dazzle. Get your first Shoe Dazzle style for as low as $10 as a VIP. That's 75% off your first item with our special link. All you have to do is go to shoedazzle.com/getit to take advantage of this deal. That's shoedazzle.com/getit to get your first style as low as $10 as a VIP.
What cosmetic procedure do you want done?
If you want one.
I know he wants one.
I do. I'm a surge queen. I live for it. I mean, I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Surge queen.
I don't give a crap. Like I will do anything. I wanted. What do I want to do? I feel like everything I've already done. But I wouldn't mind getting like a nose job or anything.
Really?
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind.
I would not mind. I mean, I don't want the downtime or the pain.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind.
Most
I got
of the
my nose
downtime.
done, and I didn't have an ounce of pain.
You're kidding.
Zero. I felt nothing.
Wow.
She was 14, so who knows?
It only got better, probably.
What the heck?
I was a witch. I had the witch
Truly,
nose.
you cast a spell
Yeah.
on your nose. That's great. No, that's
Yeah, so don't worry about the
insane.
pain. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
I'm
like
not
my nose, but-
promoting you to
no, for
get
sure,
your
for sure,
nose
for sure.
done. No, yeah.
But just like that's just like one thing I'd be like,
Would you ever go back to medical school? Would you ever do that whole shebang now?
like doing like medical.
Like,
the
would
medical
you
route.
go to get your master's and then go to medical school and all that stuff?
I don't think so. I feel like now that I'm like so far gone, like I'm so into like my world now.
Yeah.
It's like especially like being like a CEO. Like if anything, like even if I didn't want to do like YouTube or be Manny MUA anymore, like I'm like, well, I'm still like a CEO of Lunar Beauty. Like I would like to still continue to create product and do that route. Like I'm just so much more passionate about this than I was about like the medical field.
Tell
back
us
in the day.
about the like time in the lab and how you put together this stuff and how
the
do you make
worst.
your product different than another product?
Right.
Yeah, because
It's
I always
so
think
some of
I
it's
see
hard.
I see like a green. I'm like, why is that green different than that green? You know,
Right.
Totally.
Or like
You know, and, like,
consistencies.
Absolutely. And, like, honestly, at the end of the day, it's like all makeup's like it's just like powder. powders and like liquids and shit. Like it's literally not that crazy, but it just kind of depends, like, you know, you testing it, how important the formula is to you. For me, like if I come out with a product, it ends up taking like about a year, like maybe like 13 months before I can actually come out with it. So like from concept to like release, it's like 13 months. So it takes a very, very, very long time from like going, like for example, for me, like how I always start mine is like I always start off with a concept. So it's like I knew I wanted to do a spell book. So I was like, okay, I want to do a spell book. This is the vibe. This is what I want. I get like inspo, send it to my design person. I'm like, this is what I want. This is the vibe. Like, and she sends me renderings until I approve it. Wow. And then it goes to like, I'm in the lab trying to create like a color story that I like. So basic color story is like when you look at the pan and the palette, like what colors like flow with what colors, you know? And I was like, for me,
which is what designers do when putting on a fashion show or like a collection.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like for me, like when I thought of witches, I was like, okay, well, I see green. Like when I think of witches, I think of green, and then I think of purple. So like, and of course black, but I didn't want to have blacks in the palette. I like that you didn't do black. You know, I was like, I don't want to have blacks in the palette. So I was like, okay. So I just decided to go with a green and purple color story and like mesh them together. Even though it's like not a very common color story, like together. Like literally, I've never seen a palette with a green and purple color story.
Unless Barney came out with
like
one,
literally, the Barney jumped out. So that's like how I like, you know, I created it, and like it goes into like us testing formulas and me testing formulas. And luckily, like the lab that I use, they've already created palettes for me before. So I'm like, okay, if you don't send me like as to par quality as these, like just don't send them to me. Like I need like as good, because I'm not gonna waste my time like approving and like crap. So it just takes a long, and then like of course it goes into testing. You have to test those shades with the packaging to make sure like it's like compatible.
Wow,
there's a lot that goes into it.
Wow,
a lot.
I have a question. I feel like we don't see, this is so random, but I feel like we don't see neon eyeliners as much. Like I went to Sephora and I really wanted neon eyeliner. I was like really into it. And someone at Sephora told me it's because there's something in neon eyeliner that isn't approved for people to wear. I feel like that's a question that you could just answer for me personally. Sorry, guys.
It's like I'm really looking for a neon liner.
Yeah.
No, totally. So depending on the liner, so a lot of liners, or like for example, reds and blues, there's a lot of, if you don't use carmine, which is like a byproduct of crushed beetles, if you want to be, it's like that's like
disgusting.
A product. So like carmine is a crushed beetle. Cool. It's like literally crushed beetles. And so if you want to be cruelty free and vegan, you can't have that ingredient in a product. So instead of using carmine, for example, as a red, you use dyes like red 7, red 40, these kind of dyes that you put into the product, which make it not as eye safe because you can potentially stain your lids.
Wow.
Carmine won't stain your lids, but red dyes will.
That's interesting, but no one wants to advertise they're not vegan or
exactly.
animal cruelty free.
Yeah, they want to be cruelty free
because no one's going to buy your shit, right?
Instead of having carmine in.
It's so weird how many people will buy only cruelty-free makeup and they'll eat fucking meat. Like, why do you care?
Because of the testing. Because of the testing.
No, you're killing them to eat for the pleasure of your taste buds.
But monkeys are being tortured for some foundation.
So cruelty-free, it doesn't mean that an animal's dying. It means that they're not testing on animals. So
yes, and it wasn't like done in a cruel way.
And vegan is like animal byproduct.
Okay, so I guess
the product, like beeswax, would not be vegan.
I don't know if it's fucked up to say that I would only do non-cruelty free, but I could do non-vegan. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want it to be tested on the animal, but I could have a little animal in my product.
No, totally. Me too. Yeah, some people like non-vegan because
totally. A lot of people are like, most brands are cruelty free, but not vegan.
Okay,
because like just the formulations wise, like they needed to use, instead of like using like synthetic beeswax, they use real beeswax, or they use carmine instead of red 40. Like it just kind of depends on the brand and like the quality of the product.
I don't want
cruelty free makes me
testing
confused.
on animals.
Like, is it like?
It is testing on animals, but not in a
you
cruel
would think
way.
that like animal testing is, you can do animal testing, but also in a non-cruel way. Why would it even be legal to do
It's cruel
cruelty?
because of the way of how they are like in cages.
Yeah.
And when like the things
on me,
and
I don't want to test on
freaking humans, dude.
Yeah,
Test
how
on like
I feel.
subjects like on freaking death row.
I'll
I don't
get
even know.
paid
Like literally
to-
test
That's
on like
actually fantastic idea.
Do something like else instead of like the
Prisoners.
test
prepare for a glow up.
Test eyeliner. I was like, they're freaking murdering people. Like test eyeliners on them, not on the bunnies that can't do anything.
And all
like,
that.
come on.
Yes.
Now there's reform. That's
like
a
literally.
reform idea.
So I think to me, like
that's so crazy.
George,
that's what are you in here for? I'm testing new
eyeliner
for
I just think that it's cruel because like using product, like a lot of times it like burns the animals or like because they test it on animals first before they do it in humans.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's fucked
so it
up.
sucks. It really is really terrible.
So that's amazing.
I'm
so all your
cruelty-free and
products,
vegan.
wow.
But shouldn't we shouldn't we
just
even
can't.
like not be using putting any products in makeup that would create cruelty? Like
But for example, like if you're coming out with
You're just testing.
That's
the-
You have to
that's
test,
a
like,
philosophical
something.
question.
Because
That's like,
it's
should we
chemistry.
not be
So it's
wearing
like
Nikes
chemistry.
because little kids across the world are like literally in sweatshops?
It's like
you know what
chemistry.
I
No,
mean? It's
I
like-
mean like if like the animals can't handle that chemical, why would we be able to handle
when
that
they
chemical?
can't handle it, they don't do it on us.
Yeah.
They change it so that the animal can handle it, and then it goes to
That's the
to
whole
human
point of
testing.
animal
I get
testing,
it, but it's
yeah.
just like why are like we kind of know good and bad chemicals
because of animal testing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason
I
we know
believe like
it.
people need to like come up with a faux skin, like a faux skin where they can like test on this faux fake skin and have it react like a normal skin would. Like invest in like bio skin,
Yeah.
and not just on animals, not
Skin
just on
graft.
humans, but like doing it on skin graft.
You did you did a video on like TJ Maxx makeup. Would your makeup ever get into TJ Maxx, or how does that go to TJ Maxx
Yeah,
or
like
Marshalls?
shampoos and stuff.
Totally. So I think it depends. So
That's a great question.
I'm assuming it depends. Like if you go straight to the retailer, like if you go straight to TJ Maxx, or if you go to, like for example, if you sell product to Sephora and Sephora's like, okay, we overtook product here, we're sending it back to you, and the brand's like, well, I don't want it anymore. Give it to TJ Maxx.
Okay.
So it's basically just kind of like they don't want to carry it anymore. It's like, or if like a brand comes out with too much product too quickly, and they're like, okay, we have no more room in our warehouse, like give it to TJ Maxx. Like we can't like we have no more space. We're coming out with new innovations. Give it away. Like give it to someone else that they just like get rid of it and still be able to make a little bit of money off of it.
So when you were testing it, you saw that some of like the consistency was off. Was it old or anything?
It's like it's like a lot of the times it's old. It's
Yeah.
like not.
Old, yeah.
Like, I mean, it's literally like if it's not sold in places, or if they're like they have too much stock of it, they'll just get rid of it. So that's like that could easily be like 2 years old makeup.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know,
that's-
and most of the time they expire
Which
after
is
like
bad,
a year.
right, Manny? Does makeup expire?
It does, absolutely. Every makeup product has an open jar, which basically is like a little jar on it that's like open, and it says like how many months it lasts. So like every product
There's
shows how much it
expiration date on
lasts.
everything.
And
It's
you've
expiration
learned
date.
all of this just through having your own company and start
Yes.
like because I am just that's a lot to
No,
go
it's
to learn.
no, for sure. It's literally
Wow.
insane.
Wow.
It's crazy. But like I like it.
Yeah, since I feel like the beauty community and YouTube's obviously like taken off for a while. How does like what happened when people started being more interested in the makeup that you guys are selling than like the big names that you were just mentioning, like Estee Lauder and like all these other big brands?
I actually don't really know. Like, I don't really hear about like the other big brands and like how their sales are doing in comparison to like other brands like that are online influencer brands. I actually don't really know a lot of it. The reason I even created my brand to call it Lunar Beauty is that I can also be able to like still be able to work with other brands and do sponsorships with them and like be Manny MUA and like, you know, lend my likeness to like a brand and use their product.
Unlike
but still
Jeffree
have-
Star, who has his name on his like makeup, right? Like, isn't his
Right.
makeup his name?
It's his name.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yeah.
So it's different for me. Like it's just
That's
I
smart.
have it just differently. So I think that is just for me. It was just like a way. It was like I want to be able to like use use any other product without it being like some type of stigma because I have my own brand. I didn't
Yeah.
want that kind of like biasness in a way.
Right.
And brands like luckily I've been able to work with so many brands and they've been so great about it. But I think that it's I can't even imagine it not affecting like the brick and mortar brands that are like in
Totally.
store, in Sephora's, in Ulta's.
like going to Macy's and seeing like makeup counters for
Right.
Chanel and stuff. Just like everyone would rather buy from like their favorite friend on YouTube
Totally.
than going to like some random Chanel
And
counter.
it's also
or
like
something.
nowadays, like I feel like because we do YouTube and we talk about these products, like we literally show you. I'm like, okay, literally, like, why would you buy this compact for $100? That's 4 eyeshadows in it when you can buy 15 shades for like 40 from this brand
Totally.
with just as good quality.
Yeah.
It's like literally like a no brainer almost. And I almost feel bad for the brands, but it's like no, you're taking advantage of your customer.
like that Victoria Beckham palette that you just yeah.
The terror is real.
Tell us.
The terror is real.
Yeah.
No, it's like for like. She
my God,
she
that's
just
so
came out with the
funny.
brand like and kudos to Victoria Beckham.
Wait,
I've met
Victoria
her before.
Beckham has makeup
She
now?
just came out with
she
a brand.
doesn't wear makeup.
She just she does
not.
She
She's
does.
Never left the house without makeup.
Right, and she did a collaboration with
Yeah,
like
but she's
Lancome, I
not
think.
known for like her
Estee
makeup,
Lauder.
you guys.
She's,
Am I
she's
true
known for
or
her
false?
hair more than anything.
She's
her
known for not
clothes.
smiling.
No, right. That's
All right,
like what
so
she's
she
known
has
for.
a-
But she just came out with the brand, and she has like a compact that's like 4 eyeshadows, and it was like $57.
It was
and I was like,
for like
I was literally like,
colors,
I was
Yeah.
like taken aback, and I think it's like I think that's because of what I do, and now that I create makeup myself, I'm like. Is this like the right thing you're doing right now? Because like, where are you making this? Like, how expensive is this product? Like, how much are you really like making off this product? And like, you're just selling it to people that are just gonna
one's
like
gonna buy it.
because they like you and
Yeah.
they'll buy it because it's you. Like, I think it's unfair. I guess
Right.
like to me, like as like someone who consumes makeup and produces it, I think like I want it to be as fair as possible.
You have social responsibility.
Exactly. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm like responsible with like my own client and my customer.
What's your take on drugstore versus luxury brand?
I
That's
live
a
for
good question.
drugstore.
Me too.
That was my
I
last question
live.
for you.
Oh,
Your
really?
best
No, I live.
drugstore
No,
I've got one more
purchase.
after.
I live for. I feel like nowadays they're coming out with like bangers, like in the drugstore. Like they're coming out with gorgeous products. I'm like, dude, like foundations, concealers, like they're really
I love
killing it.
Maybelline foundation.
Oh my God.
I think Maybelline might be my favorite line of
I
foundation.
think is absolutely mine.
Really?
Maybelline and L'Oreal. I would say
Yeah.
L'Oreal and Maybelline are my
The
favorite.
color corrector concealer is so good.
The little like the sponge
the
one.
little sponge
Yeah,
one.
it's
Yeah,
super, super
that was
cute.
my first
Yeah, it's really
concealer.
good.
Yeah, no, and Elf is like killing it. Elf is like
Oh yeah, Elf is
out
in
of this
Target,
world.
right?
Yeah, it's up in Target. So like they've really stepped it up so much, and it's like crazy because it's like, okay, if this drugstore brand can create this for this price, like why are these higher brands not
That's
doing
so
that?
true.
You know what I mean? And
The
I
only
understand.
thing is like, is eyeshadows. I've never had a
Yeah,
good
eyeshadow, the
eyeshadow.
pigment's not good there.
It's rough.
Yeah.
No,
it's rough in these
lipstick too.
streets.
I don't think drugstore.
You're right.
lipstick-
I agree.
Drugstore
really?
lipstick is like sheer like water.
No, dude, the Maybelline color stays.
Really?
I will
The
say
bullet,
Maybelline
like the bullets,
color stays. Yeah.
the bullets, like the sensational. Sorry, like the Maybelline sensational.
But is that a
lipsticks.
matte lip gloss or a lipstick?
A lipstick.
Oh, it is a lipstick.
A lipstick. Like it's like in a bullet. Like you just.
Yeah.
It's like full coverage, perfect. Like it's literally like shocking because it's like $11.
Pens. Was it stain pens from CVS? I also find work.
Which ones?
Like there was this one line of stains.
Okay,
That
okay,
they have good
I don't know.
pigment, just the same as Sephora brands.
Right.
Not eyeshadow.
But
Yeah,
eyeshadow, I will
eyeshadow's
say, is
hard. Like,
the
I feel like that's
worst
probably
thing there.
The hardest. And I mean, you never really know where they're. Like, I know that a lot of the time, like the reason a lot of luxury brands are like, more expensive because like of where they're made. Like if they're made in Italy and the U.S., it's way more expensive to create formulas in those places rather than China.
and to ship it here.
And to ship it here,
Yeah,
everything
you're
is
paying
just
for all
way
of that.
more expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand in that way, like especially for like powders and eyeshadows and things like that.
How important is packaging? Because I buy so many things just because of the packaging.
Honestly, it's like one of the most important things to me. Like I feel like that's why I've been like really lucky with my brand and like really successful in my own way is that like because I work so hard on my packaging. And I feel like nowadays, if you're coming out with a brand and like your packaging's subpar, it's
That
like
was like
girl,
like KKW. People were all disappointed in that.
Like a plastic
Like-
bag. And that came
Yeah.
out.
like I just feel like
her
I
boxes
take
are
so much
cool.
time
Yeah.
on the packaging.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
and formulas.
The purple and green is something that I would never really put on my eye, but because it's in a spell book, I will
Right.
purchase it,
Right.
And I'll
No,
put it
it's
on my
important.
coffee table. It's so cute. So it's like so important.
That's a really
I
cool.
feel like it's super. I feel like that's like one of the most important things because like obviously you have to have an amazing formula.
Yeah.
like that's the most important thing is like how the products perform, and then it goes. I feel like for me packaging, It's,
Packaging
like
is
how
too.
the presentation is.
When did packaging get so lit?
with Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram,
I think with Instagram too.
It
But
was,
Mac-
it was
Mac
like
has
delivering
always had
stuff.
amazing packaging.
Mac, you're
Mac,
right,
back
has
in the
always had.
day, like,
And
even like 10 years ago, they like slayed packaging.
And Mac always did collabs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like they were the
Disney
first
brand
to like
stuff.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
they
things,
did like
and with
all that stuff.
celebrities.
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Viva
What do you-
Glam.
have you
Yeah, the
tried
Viva
her
Glam is so
makeup?
good.
I have tried
Yeah?
Lady Gaga's brand.
Yeah.
Like, half of it was good, half of it was like not so good for me. And it just depends. Like everyone's obviously personal preference when it comes to
Yeah.
makeup, but like I loved some things and I didn't love some things.
What's your favorite at-home gadget that's not makeup, but like a beauty gadget?
A beauty gadget.
So I have one right there. It's my LED light mask, and then I also love the New Face, which is like that I think it's electromagnetic.
I don't
like
know if that's
roller.
right.
I use like this Nurse
magnet.
Jamie roller.
Jay's name, yeah.
That's what I use.
Okay.
It's like just,
Jade
like,
roller?
No,
it's
Nurse
like
Jamie.
a Nurse Jamie. Like
Oh.
it's like purple. It's like
Yeah.
a roller, and I just like use it because it has like these like grooves on it. Like helps like build like your collagen.
Oh,
like
right,
when
right,
like
right.
it's like constantly
It hurts
stimulating.
Lymphatic
Yours-
drainage. Too.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like literally like lymphatic drainage.
It like gets your skin to regrow.
No,
your
that's a
skin?
different one.
Oh,
You're talking about micro. You're
No,
talking
yeah,
about
not
derma
that.
rolling, not
Understood.
derma
Got it.
rolling.
Totally.
My last,
I don't know
But
any
it's
of this
sickening.
stuff.
My yeah. Okay.
Can I ask you about your personal life a little bit?
Of
Because
course.
I saw a video that you had a boyfriend a couple months back, no longer.
What was the video? Was it
You guys are talking about like your beard and your masculinity and all that stuff.
Oh, so Nico Tortorella.
Okay.
This was Nico. We were never really dating. It was literally just for like fun.
It was just for fun?
Yes, it was just for fun.
Was it a YouTube
Wait, what-
relationship?
It was no, it wasn't even that. It literally
You guys
was
are just
like,
lying.
Let's just like because like he invited me to do the carpet at MTV like Movie Awards carpet with him, and I was like,
okay.
"Let's pretend like we're dating on the carpet." And he's
Yeah,
like,
okay.
"Yes." And so like we were just kind of going with that in the YouTube video as well. Because we glammed him before, because I glammed him for the carpet too. So we both glammed. We walked the carpet together. We kissed on the carpet. It was like
Okay.
such a little moment.
See, no
but it
one
was
would even
never
pretend
actually
to do that with
a real
me.
thing.
Yes, they would.
No, they would you pretend to be my boyfriend? People would be like, no.
Yeah, they would, unless they had like someone on the side that they didn't want to piss off.
Exactly, totally. But the thing is, like, he's married. Like, he has like a wife.
Someone
He has
on
a
the
wife.
side.
So I just
But
fell
they're
for
open. But they're
I
open.
just fell
But
for
they're
that.
open. But they're open.
Fuck no, no
They're
one
open.
ever agreed to do that with me. I need to be famous right now. You have
Yeah.
so many perks.
So no boyfriend.
So I do not have a
You
boyfriend.
don't.
Are you
No.
dating?
I'm not dating anyone right now.
No.
Mm-mm. I was dating someone for a little bit, but we stopped dating.
You're too busy.
It's hard dating.
Oh, well,
I have one last
You're preaching
question
to the choir.
to go back to brick and mortar.
yeah.
Brick and mortar.
Well, we have many more questions.
I don't. Why would any of these companies like Chanel, Estee Lauder, Lancome, Clinique, blah, 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 why are they in Macy's and Lord & Taylor still? Because who's going to go to the makeup counter to buy anything when they can just browse Sephora without anybody like handing them the product?
ages 50 and
Is
up,
it just
right?
the ageism?
I think it's literally just the client, like the
Okay.
shopper. So
Okay.
I think that a Macy's shopper is going to Macy's for clothes. So I think that like most of the time, they're going
Yeah.
like, okay, we're going to go and buy like this and this from Macy's. And then they so happen to see a makeup counter and they're like, oh, I'll just pass by. But you're capturing a different audience.
Okay.
And for example, a Sephora customer is there literally for makeup.
Yeah.
They're there for skincare.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But if
Yeah.
you're going to like a Nordstrom and you see a makeup counter and you're like, oh, maybe like I need that.
Yeah.
But I'm buying underwear.
Right.
Like, you're going to stop by and it's like a different client. And
Yeah.
it's a different, probably older client.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll phase out.
It will
probably
phase out
eventually in,
soon.
like 10.
I hope
think it
it
will.
doesn't.
15.
I hate.
Yeah.
I personally, shopping experience at Sephora, I think is very anxiety inducing. I don't think any of their stores are big enough. I think the layout's always
cramped.
different. When I walk into a CVS, I normally know where things are because they're separated. I don't know. I still think it's very hard to find things. I think it's very hard to get someone to help you, and I think it's very rare that you get someone that actually knows how to apply it well.
Shopping at Nordstrom for makeup is a nice experience, but and I
And the return
understand where you're
policies.
and the return
Yeah.
policy is
Sickening.
great, but also
No, you can
Sephora's-
return anything at Nordstrom.
Literally.
Sephora's is too. If you
So
like
Sephora's, yeah.
return it within
Yeah.
like 1/4 of the product being used, they'll still take it back. So it's like if something's making me break out, they usually take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm from South Florida, Boca Raton, and that's like, I mean, South Florida is like God's waiting room, and I don't know what anyone would do if there wasn't the women at the beauty counter. That's
Right.
like that is like the thing that they do
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
They like sit there and try every perfume at Neiman Marcus.
Oh boy.
I think it'd be sad if that went away.
I think it's a little
I
sad,
like
but also I
it.
think they could make Sephora's like an actual department store. Like there could be bigger sections.
That's, I
Yeah.
think that would
Yes.
alleviate all my issues.
Yeah.
That would be
'Cause for the
so
record, I love
smart.
Sephora, but if you walked into a Sephora and it was set up like a Neiman Marcus where people are like,
Yes.
try this perfume, I'd be so excited.
Yeah, like a
Right.
whole.
Everybody was an
skincare-
expert
yeah.
at their
yeah.
certain
Manny, will you
station.
start this?
I mean, that's a big project. No, I think that Sephora, like they're trying to do something like that. Like
probably do
they
that
want to
soon.
do that. Like they want to have like the best experience for their customer. Like they want it to be easy for everyone. Like they don't want it to like for you guys to walk in and feel overwhelmed. Like
I think I
feel
look
like every
so
corner wants
ugly
to.
in Sephora. They like point out all my imperfections on purpose. I think.
You think?
Like you need this.
Yeah,
the lighting.
The lighting
You don't
makes me
have
look
any
ugly. Or
the
something.
lighting is terrible in
Yeah,
there.
and then I'm like, I need all of this to help me. You know?
Yeah.
And they're putting it on you, and you're like, oh my god, I need all this.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe is that the La Mer samples are always out.
Yeah,
Of course.
That's because La Mer
course.
doesn't want you
La Mer.
to take their
It's like
samples.
$1,000 for a moisturizer.
I know, but you go in and you know one person went in and just
Oh, yeah.
the whole fucking.
All the employees.
no, right? It's all they're like,
Actually, what do you think of La Mer?
No, Sephora
Mer.
doesn't allow La Mer samples, but
They
if you
don't.
go to
I believe
Nordstrom,
it.
they give you samples.
Oh, because every time they have them, I feel like people have taken it out.
I remember
There's
when I
a
would
little
work at
cream in there.
Sephora. Ugh, I'm making you violent.
What?
There would be like I would like be working and like there would be like someone that would come in like every week that'd be like, "Can I get a sample of this?" And it's the same bitch
Oh my
every
god. So just buy
time.
the tubes.
And I'm like, "Girl, it's $20 to buy the damn concealer."
so cheap.
And I literally
It's
so I
so
started just being
funny.
like,
yeah.
"That's 2 to 3 uses." There you go. Like it's just like it would just be
funny.
so frustrating because it's like as like just an employee and you're like, I have to go help them, and but it's just like
Yeah.
especially when like they're not like nice.
Yeah.
Like if they're just like, I want my sample.
A
and, like,
cheap
they're like,
bitch.
Like being
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, like literally it's free. Let's calm
Yeah.
down. Let's all take a breather.
I want to ask you. Obviously, you have this palette coming out that everyone should check out. Your fourth or fifth? This is your fifth. Fourth.
It's already out.
amazing.
I'm on the 4th.
I want to ask what's next, but in a non-stressful way. Not that there has to be anything that's next because you've accomplished so much. But
Right.
is there anything that you kind of want to dabble in that you haven't
No, for
done
sure.
yet?
And like my next product, I'm working on like a different category. So it's not like it won't be like an eyeshadow palette or like a lipstick. It'll be like something else. So I'm working on like a face product.
Cool.
Ooh.
That's like my next thing.
If there is one celebrity that you want to like make over, who would it be?
Ooh, that's good.
Fantastic.
I feel like I would want to do Lady Gaga's makeup.
Okay.
Like I just would love.
What would you do?
I just want to talk to her. I just want to get to know her. I just want to sit on her lap. Like I literally just want to like. I just like love her. I just love her.
Manny wants to sit on Lady Gaga.
Yeah, like literally. No, I would probably like I don't even know what I would do. I'd be so starstruck, but I would probably just do like some sickening, like smoky, like pulled out. Like she, like I met her,
She's a face for
and she
makeup.
looks like she just like is going through wind tunnel at all times.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's
And
just
it's
so
makeup. It's not really her face. Really,
but it is her face. No, her face
Oh,
like
okay.
literally is like pulled back.
Her
She
face
has,
is
she has a
pulled
pulled
back.
back face,
Yeah,
for sure, and it's so sickening. And I would live to do her.
I feel like she
makeup.
looks the very prettiest when she has natural makeup on.
Yeah, no, she literally
She
does.
really
like, she
does.
Looks
Like she
gorgeous.
puts on makeup for the sake of art, but I think she looks her like actual
Yeah.
definition
Totally.
prettier.
She's so pretty.
And in A Star Is Born, she was so
so
pretty.
pretty. Like, I
Yeah.
could stare at her
movie,
face
stop.
all day.
So good.
I just
So, Manny, before we let you go, I read an article, an interview that you did with Cosmo UK, and you guys talked about cancel culture. And I love talking to people about this and seeing what their take is. And obviously, you're in the public eye.
Right.
You're a big YouTuber. What are your thoughts on it and how you deal with it?
So cancel culture. So there's like two sides to it, right? Like I understand people. I feel like in a way it's practical in the way of like keeping people accountable for what they do. I understand that wholeheartedly, but I also think it's really dangerous, and I think it's really. It doesn't allow for forgiveness. It doesn't allow for learning. It doesn't allow for growth because it's like if someone does something wrong, they're canceled. They can never be forgiven again. So I think that is like the true problem with cancel culture. I understand people keeping people accountable. Like I get that.
I love that.
I get keeping people accountable because I, of course, want to keep people accountable too.
Right.
But I think that the idea of canceling someone that they can never learn their lesson, they can never grow and be better.
You can't forgive.
You can't forgive because it also shows like not only can like someone did something wrong they can never learn. That means you can't ever forgive. So it's
Right.
like it's literally on both sides. It's such a terrible thing that it's like no, we all have to be more understanding. We're all human. We all make mistakes, and it's
Yeah.
like that's just part of growth. That's
And
part of learning.
A lot of the times, the mistakes are out of naivete,
Totally.
and ignorance, and not malice.
Yeah.
Very good.
100%.
Yeah.
As hosts, like, and just people in general that speak publicly, I think it's just we've gotten to such an extreme with it.
Totally.
And it's terrifying because everyone's human. So are we not supposed to evolve? Like, are people not supposed to change?
Right, or else
but
they're
I
walking on
agree,
eggshells.
there is a gray line. Obviously, if someone did something 10 years ago and it was terrible and they're still doing it, like,
Totally.
But yeah, it's kind
all
of,
about learning
it's
from your
very
mistakes.
confusing. It's a
Totally.
confusing climate that we're in right now.
I think it's all about like learning from your mistakes and learning how to forgive. That's like the most like those are just like lessons that people need to learn as they get older. And I feel like cancel culture doesn't allow for either. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you need to like teach the younger generation that like forgiveness is okay and like making mistakes is okay, and you will learn, you'll grow, and you'll evolve from there. Like you can't continue to do amazing and do well when you don't make mistakes.
Totally.
Because like how would you know? Like it's actually like great. Like you can't like. I always say this too. Like I feel like when you're like soaring at like the top of your game, like no one can give you like advice because it's like, oh, I'm already killing it. Why would I even hear your advice? So it's like humbling yourself and realizing that like no, everyone needs to hear advice. Everyone needs to learn. Everyone needs to grow. And I think that cancel culture doesn't really allow for that.
What have you learned most about yourself in this journey? I'm sure you deal with
Totally.
a lot of negative stuff. And
Yeah.
YouTube is terrifying to me. Like the comments on YouTube are just on fucking
Crazy.
real.
Unreal. Totally.
I stopped
it's
reading
probably worse
them
than it- it's worse
because
than
it would
Instagram.
literally affect my day.
Totally. It totally affects people's day. I think that for me, the biggest life lessons were because I got canceled last year, right? So like I've been through this whole like crazy journey, and for me, it was just taking a step back and realizing like what really mattered to me. That was like my biggest thing, was like realizing that like what I was putting all my focus in, which was like my online persona as Manny MUA, like wasn't the most important thing in the world. It was like my family, it was my friends, it was people that like it was just other things that wasn't like, it wasn't about getting as many likes as I could get. It wasn't about getting as many views as I could get. But before that, it was, and I think that putting my focus in other things that were just more important to me were so much, it became so much more valuable. Like, it wasn't like this online thing. I was
Yeah.
like, girl, I'm over this online.
Right.
Like, why am I killing myself to like, as I'm like, I'm never gonna be this young. I'm never gonna like be able to go back. And I'm like, why am I killing myself right now when I could be enjoying like my time with like people that care about me.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You know what I mean?
I love
I
that.
can
It's very
also
grounding.
Tell
Yeah.
that in your videos you're kind of having fun again.
Totally.
Yeah, like you're just doing whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and I like that. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I was like playing the game, right? I was like in like this, like, okay, I'm a YouTuber. I need to do this, and this, to, like grow and do like all these. You know, you just get in your zone.
Yeah.
like it absolutely is what it is. So I'm like, I need to like not. You know, I wanted to like kind of just go back and like be like me from like 4 years ago, and I feel like I'm getting there, and I feel like I'm happier, and I just feel like because my priorities have straightened out a little bit more, that like now it's just like it's fun. It's not my whole life. It's part of my life. It's not my whole life.
That's so healthy.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good for people to hear. Oh, Manny, you're the
great.
best.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank you so
us.
much.
We
Thank you for
come
having
back.
me.
We
Of
love
course,
you.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
That was
So
great.
good.
You guys are great.
Thank
All
you.
right, and people can follow him at Manny
MUA.
MUA.
73.
So on both
Yeah.
YouTube and Instagram, same
Uh-huh.
handle.
Mhm.
Okay,
Same
great.
handle.
Wonderful.
And buy the palette. It's
Yeah,
spelled
Buy it.
we'll
It's
link
so
it in our Facebook group so you guys can all buy it. So thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.